A few years ago, the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam invited Zeng to create studies of Van Gogh's art. He showed 3 of these works at the museum, all based on Van Gogh's self-portraits. Each was painted in Zeng's own distinctive manner, but each also remained recognizable as a work of Van Gogh. I want to bring this lecture to a close by showing one of these paintings, along with Van Gogh's own, and quoting what Zeng said about his experience. I try to re-experience Van Gogh's self-image when I paint his face on the canvas. As I work, I feel like I am gradually befriending a stranger and getting to know this stranger better and better. In the next state, I add my marks over the painting, using my lines to cover and even submerge his face. Eventually, I make his image emerge, once again, from the sea of lines. Zeng's reworking of a Van Gogh self-portrait becomes Zeng's self-portrait. The appearance of the marks represents Zeng at work, and in this sense, it is his portrait. Yet, he was painting as if being guided by the hand of Van Gogh. Perhaps the result is Van Gogh's representation, but Zeng Fanzhi's abstraction. When Zeng refers to adding his own marks, we see the result in the abstract linear gestures that resemble the marks in Zeng's abstract landscapes. But then Zeng says that he reverses the process and returns some of the look of Van Gogh's original image. So it is both Van Gogh and Zeng in the finished work, which has allowed Zeng to feel like Van Gogh. And all this happens not so much because one representational portrait looks like another representational portrait, but because the abstract feeling of the marks conveys the feeling of the person. Here we might be witnessing another example of pulse or pulsation. In this case, it is not the feeling of light moving in and out or on and off, but of the living pulse of 2 human beings, 2 distinct people, separated by global distance and separated by historical time. 2 separate beings who unite in the feeling of paint marks that they share.